What's up, everybody? It is the Best Spot Kids Move, and we're going to talk about 343, Xbox, Microsoft. Obviously, there's a lot going on. I might cover this a little bit later, but with the whole layoffs and stuff, Microsoft, laying off like 10,000 people, Amazon laying off 18,000 people and whatnot. Right now, it's a little mumblings going on online. A lot of people are like making a case as if they never heard of layoffs before, as they never experienced one or seen one occur. This one is somehow it's different because I guess Microsoft is trying to buy Activision. That's either here and there. It doesn't matter. That deal isn't closed yet. Layoffs freaking happen, and I've read the benefits of that the employees are getting. So I mean, anybody impacted by the Microsoft layoff, the Amazon layoff, praying that you land on your feet, and that the severance packages that everyone gets is good enough to hold them until they regroup and get onto a different career or continue their career with a different company. You know what I mean? It's the job market, according to Joe Biden, is should be open, but layoffs suck. Anyone losing their job, it sucks. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like this is shocker. These type of layoffs happen like every year, and not to say that they're good or bad. I mean, that's neither here or there. They happen. It's just I just find it odd, the response by some gamers. You know what I mean? They care. Sure they do. But let's talk about 343, right? So after because 343 was impacted by layoffs, along with like Bethesda, HoloLens, Microsoft Edge, a lot of parts of Microsoft was impacted. But as far as the gaming goes, and I'm be real with you, a lot of these things like hits like a lot of like the marketing and the social media teams and stuff like that. But some developers and art teams and stuff were hit too. 343 was a part of that, and there's some leaks or there's some information coming out that doesn't sound promising at all. Some good ginger tea, man. So former 343 dev response to Microsoft layoffs. They set Halo up for failure. Update. Who set Halo up for failure? Microsoft or 343? Was Bonnie Ross? Was like, so, I mean, I know a lot of people say things, when they're angry, but let's go on. It says multiple former employees have publicly criticized Microsoft leadership and management policies. Okay, that's always coming into question. So here's some more ammo for the PlayStation fanboys. All right, what you need to know. So this is I'm pulling this for Windows Central. It says Microsoft recently announced its intent to lay off 10,000 of its employees between now and June 30th, 2023. So for Halo Infinite developer, 343 Industry has been hit particularly hard by these cuts. It has lost over 60 of its employees. Former 343 Industry developers have voiced scathing criticism of Microsoft leadership and management policies on social media after details about the layoffs came to light. The layoffs come after Microsoft reported 198 billion in 2022 revenue and has continued its efforts to acquire Activision Blizzard for 69 billion. And it says here, I just burned myself because we're gonna read through this, man, and I'm gonna have my opinions on this too, but it says, a thread known from Halo leaker Bathrobe Spartan suggests that 343 Industries is losing 1/3 of its workforce, or more than 130 employees. Additionally, the rumor says that as a result of this, the studio plans to halt development of the single-player campaign style content for Halo Infinite and Halo in general for the foreseeable future. This sucks. This is the new, like, if all I want from Halo Infinite is more campaign, more I want more of that story to come to life. And it obviously was a plan, and now it's not going to happen. So I pretty much need to retire Halo Infinite fairly soon. So he says, Bathrow Spartan concludes that moving forward, 343 Industries will coordinate. They will coordinate additional updates for Halo Infinite's multiplayer while continuing to outsource the game's partner studios like Skybox Labs, Sparesoft, and Certain Affinity. Supposedly, these layoffs will not affect Halo Infinite's planned content releases, such as expected launch of Season 3 Echoes Within on March 7, 2023. Notably, Windows Central was able to particularly corroborate one of Bathrow Spartan's leaks about Halo Infinite's upcoming project Tanaka mode in the past. However, we are not able to confirm that the information from this thread is accurate at the time of writing. So they're still going to be supporting Halo Infinite, but clearly 343 ain't doing much of the legwork for Halo Infinite. Says with the onset of volatile economic conditions and recession looming, several major tech firms like Amazon, Alphabet, Meta have laid off thousands of workers. Yesterday, Microsoft announced its intent to do the same with a plan to cut 10,000 employees from the company between now and June 30th. These layoffs have impacted a wide variety of teams underneath Microsoft banner, including the Xbox gaming division and its developers. So far, affected studios include 343 Industries, the Coalition, and Bethesda Game Studios. As more details about the layoffs have come to light from industry sources such as former 343i developer Chai Chu, it's become clear that 343 Industries in particular was hit hard by the cuts. Chow commented that over 60 employees were laid off from the studio, with Bloomberg reporting that developers' campaign team was affected significantly. Since the launch in late 2021, the latest game from the developer Halo Infinite has struggled to support its free-to-play live service model with a steady stream of content and adequate solutions for the title's technical issues. In the wake of recent layoffs, multiple former 343 Industries employees have come forward with scathing criticism of Microsoft leadership and management policies, arguing that both Halo Infinite and 343 Industries would be in better positions were it not for incompetent leadership. Okay, guys. I'm going to say something here. Every studio under Microsoft, just give you a heads up, even though they're owned by Microsoft, every studio is its own business. Like, they got their own managers, their own creative, their own HR, right? Each studio is essentially its own business within the umbrella of Microsoft. So 343 has been criticized a lot, and they didn't produce. Halo Infinite, you know, wanted to do the whole free-to-play thing. They wanted to launch in pieces and stuff like that. They couldn't keep up with this new model. People were upset. People didn't support the game. 343 didn't do enough to keep 343 didn't do enough to keep themselves in business. And I'm not saying that, like, I like 343. I like their Halos. I prefer their Halo games. But according to everybody that was, you know, talking, you can look up so many YouTube videos and tweets of people just thrashing 343. And now that as a result of their performance, this is happening. I mean, it's more than just their performance, because other studios were impacted. Just overall, just that if you have to lay off a ton of people, you have to look at the weakest link that's probably going to get hit the hardest. So my thing is, why is all these people like, oh, Microsoft, they set them up and all this other stuff, but like, they couldn't stop telling us how bad 343 was. So if Microsoft next week, next month, next year announce 343 is getting shut down, it's like all this stuff is what they asked for. You know what I mean? Again, but let's go. It says, we're going to scroll down a little bit. It says the layoffs at 343 shouldn't have happened, and Halo Infinite should be in a better state. Okay, yeah, 343 should have done a better job. The reason for both of those things is incompetent leadership up the top during Halo Infinite's development, causing massive stress on those working hard to make Halo the best it can be. Respawn's Patrick Wren, who worked at 343 Industries. Now, just to give you guys a heads up, this Patrick dude was not laid off. He left a long time ago. So he, like, I can't stand when people do that. They want to wait to talk shit. They want to wait to talk shit. Like, you should have talked this shit back when you were in, after all these years. This dude, he's not a part of the layoff, right? He left a long time ago. Patrick Wren, who worked at 343 Industries on Halo Infinite as a senior multiplayer designer. The people I worked with every day were passionate about Halo and wanted to make something great for the fans. They helped push for a better Halo and got laid off for it. Okay. They didn't get laid off for it. They got laid off because it was time for the company as a whole to do layoffs. If we want to blame it on, you know, what 343 produced, then they got if we want to isolate from outside of Microsoft layoffs and focusing on 343, they got laid off because they didn't produce. Dudes delayed battle passes, delayed roadmaps. But okay, says, and they got laid off for it. Okay. Bloomberg Jason Schreier noted in a tweet that his grievance aired by Wren echo much of what he's heard from other Halo developers. Another Halo developer that now works on Apex Legends, so it's going to be another person that left a long time ago, expressed frustration at management. As a Halo fan, I'm literally tired of Microsoft business practices and policies slowly killing the thing I love, he said. Between the contracting policies they abuse for tax incentives and layoffs in the face of gigantic profits, executive bonuses, they set Halo up for failure. I don't think anybody intended to set Halo up for failure. Like, they set it to have high expectations. All the money thrown at it. Now, I do agree. I don't like the fact that Microsoft relies on contractors, especially if they use it with the stupid engine that they're using for Halo. Their reliance on contractors is horrible. And I think that's what happens when a company is too big. They do over rely on contractors, which is the reason why, you know, I guess Xbox has these development problems and why Halo has its development problems, because contractors aren't permanent. You know, they're on a time limit, and once that time is up, they leave and they let them go, and they're like, all right, so who's going to finish that portion of the game? So I agree there. I do agree with the whole, like, the over reliance on contractors from any company in the field of, like, gaming. You know what I mean? At this point, they need to just buy support studios and don't bother contracting. You know what I mean? So he said between contracting policies they abuse and tech for tech. Okay, set Halo up for failure. Others have zeroed in on Microsoft reliance on the treatment of contractors. Specifically, don't forget the heavy reliance on contractors, vendors, and that messed up the system. Although I know that's more Microsoft, commented Nicholas Bird, a former developer that worked on Halo Infinite. I would have loved to stay on the team if I could have and work my way up. Still one of my favorite jobs I have been at. Wren replied to Bird agreement. The contract stuff is a whole other can of worms that pisses me off. So many amazing people and talent that just disappeared. Having been rung through the contractor cycle for nearly 6 years, has always felt like being gaslit to hear how much leadership cared about us and our opinions, but seldom invited it where it felt like it would do the most good to make a difference. We get consular, I can't even read right now, in action, whatever he said. Former 343 Industries artist, consumer products asset coordinator. I don't know why I'm even reading that, but I shouldn't be reading articles annoyed, because when I'm annoyed, like, everything just comes out like really bad. The layoffs at 343 Industries, as well as the cuts at the Coalition, Bethesda Game Studios, and all of Microsoft come after a report from the firm that it raked in 198 billion in revenue in 2022. CEO Satya Nadella also took home $54.9 million compensation package last year. Notably, Microsoft also continues its efforts to complete its 69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard, as various organizations scrutinize the deal and either throw their weight behind it or seek to stop it from closing. For fans of flashy Xbox franchise, news of these cuts couldn't have come at a worse time. By all accounts, things were finally starting to look up for Halo Infinite as the arrival of the highly anticipated Forge map-making tool brought to the Flood community created content to the game. Additionally, the early release of the custom games browser tool was a pleasant surprise for many, as was the introduction of Red Reticle for Windows PC players who a simple cross-core armor coding customization. However, these layoffs, as well as reports of head creative Joseph Staten has returned to Xbox Publishing after 343 Industries made the difficult decision to restructure, leave the future of the game feeling uncertain. So, I think at this point, I don't really care what happens with 343, and it sounds bad at this point. It's just like, my opinion on Halo, I thought Halo Infinite was a great game, great campaign. Thought they did a hell of a job with the campaign. The multiplayer is cool and fun. I just hate that it's a free-to-play and they had to follow the stupid-ass model that these other games, because they didn't deliver the full-fledged Halo. So everything was just wait. And it's hard to recover from things like that. So now 343, I read another, I think, rumor where they're just relegated to corresponding with other developers that are going to be working with Halo projects. 343 was, I don't know if it's the curse of Bungie, whatever, but at this point, you know what I mean? I won't be surprised if they shut down. I mean, Joseph Stratton, a lot of people, I mean, the thing is about Joseph Stratton, he also helped to release Crackdown 3 when that having development trouble. After that game wrapped up, he was out, went through another portion of Microsoft. He was doing the same thing with Halo Infinite. He came in, shipped the game, and now he's gone. Now, and he's still part of Xbox Global Publishing. I think what needs to happen is, unfortunately, 343 really should, I don't know, man. They get off. I don't think you need a studio dedicated to monitoring Halo development. If 343 can't make video games out, like if they can't deliver a Halo game, put them on, leave them alone. Let them make a game. Just let them make whatever, just make a game and see how that turns out. Give Halo a break, license out Halo to, other, studios and stuff like that to do different things with the franchise, right? Different people make different games in the Halo universe. You know what I mean? Somebody, I mean, I'm pretty sure you got id Software. They could probably make a better Halo. I am frustrated at the fact that, they were working on a Halo campaign, that the goal was to deliver more campaign content, and now that's likely not going to happen. It sucks that 343 is in the news again, and it sucks that a lot of people are, losing their jobs. But what I can't stand about this is the fakeness, and these people waiting, like the two dudes that they quoted in this article are dudes who left well before the layoffs, right, happened. You know what I mean? So, and then now they want to open their mouths. It's all the people on like Twitter, all the PlayStation fanboys, all these people who just think like, oh my God, the layoff, this is because of Game Pass, this is because of that, and oh, but they want to buy Activision. It's like, bro, like, why isn't this logic or this level of care used every time these massive layoffs happen at every company? Why is it just isolated here? You know what I mean? Like, you fake care. This sucks for 343, and I think I think Halo is pretty much dead. I mean, I don't know how much of season 3 I'm going to dabble into. I think 343, at this point, if 343 isn't going to be making games, then what do you need them for? Shut them down. You know, people, I don't know what's wrong with saying it. I mean, it shouldn't be an issue with me saying shut down 343. They shut down 343. You know what that means? That means more job loss, by the way. Whoever's left at the studio, they lose their jobs. This is what a lot of these people have been calling for the last 2 years. Now that it's happened, oh my God. Oh my God. Right? That's what's happening now. So I'm at the point where if they're going to gut the studio and they're not going to make games, they're not going to be actively developing Halo, shut it down. Good night. Send them along with Lionhead. Send them along with Lionhead. Call it a day. 343 was a result of friends running a studio, people who don't really have the grit or the talent to really produce in the way that we needed them to produce, and it was just old talent, and that was just there for, you know, quota reasons, for friendship reasons. Bonnie Ross left. Well, she stepped down. That happened. We were supposed to get some changes. Some changes happened. Halo Infinite did get a little bit better, but the damage was already done. So, clearly with these layoffs, like I said, usually when these mass layoffs happen, the ones that's going to get hit the hardest during these layoffs are the poor performers. And 343 was a poor performer. I'm not defending layoffs. I'm not defending Microsoft. I'm not in any position to defend any of these. I'm just at the point where I don't care, and I don't care to hear from a bunch of people that was shit talking 343 anyway. So it's like their opinion is null and void. We'll see what happens, but that's my thoughts, and that's the video I got for you guys today. Peace.